What is chirping crickets? Hi, this is Kim from Kim Takes On. I hope everybody's having an awesome week out there. My week's going great. And as always, my co host, Terrence the Wonder Duck. Terrence says, hey. So, this week, Eurovision. Now, what I'm talking about is the fact that next month, May, we're almost into May. Oh my gosh, where is this year going? It's just flying by like crazy. That is going to be the kickoff of Eurovision, the European Song Contest, which is very important and special for people in Europe. Most people in America probably just went, what the hell are you talking about? Uh, no, no, no. We know there's quite a lot of Eurovision fans here in America. We know that. I know that. You know how I know that? Because I live with one. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Hi, honey. Love you. Um, it's not a bad thing at all. I have learned so much about different types of music and, different things. And, I've grown as a music person watching Eurovision. Um, Eurovision, little tiny, tiny, very tiny history lesson. Props to Terrence for doing the Wikipedia stuff. He's so helpful. Eurovision was something that was started. The European Song Contest was something that has been around for a super long time. It started after World War II as basically a way to try and I know this sounds kind of corny, but there's really no other way to put it. It was using music as a way to heal people, which is a super awesome thing. And it's something that music is very good at, music being, as they said in Empire Records, the glue of the universe. Music is something that can really help people in times of pain and times of recovery. And considering that Europe, the continent, was pretty frickin' torn up after World War II because, hello, it was World War II. So they came up with this idea. Hey, let's get all these countries and have them vote on who they think their best performer is. And then we'll bring them all together in this one place, and then everybody gets to vote for them. And then we have this Eurovision song winner, and everybody will be happy, and everything will be great. Um, well, we've still got Eurovision, so that's a good thing, right? That's always a good thing. Music is good, as I said. Um, has it brought everybody together? Well, I think it brings people in their own country together when they vote for who they want to send to Eurovision. You know, whether that's a solo act or a group or a singing turkey puppet. Thanks again, Ireland. Um, just kidding. Just kidding. Um, but you know, for that amount of time, the people in that country all pull together and say, yes, we want to send this person to represent our beautiful country in Eurovision, and then off they go to do that. Now, where it starts being a bunch of my stuff's better, no, my stuff's better, is once we actually hit Eurovision, because then, now you've got your country saying, well, we've got the best singer, and the other country over here is like, no, you don't, we do. And this goes on. And it's not as crazy as I don't think, I mean, I've seen it get a little bit nuts. I mean, it's not as crazy as certain things like, the rivalries between certain sports teams or certain wrestling organizations. You know who you are, you know what you did. But, it's really kind of weird because even though it's really funny because we've watched Eurovision for the most part for the last couple of years, and I'm going to get to that whole journey in a minute. Um, you see all these people at Eurovision, and they're all from different countries, and they've all got flags and banners and whatnots and stuff like that, which is great, fantastic. Be proud of where you're from. That's cool. But it does have a feeling like nobody's being like, "Grr, we're going to go beat up other people from another country because our country's better," blah, blah, which is obviously fantastic because the last thing we need is people beating each other up over whose music is better because that just seems stupid if that happens. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous when you think about the fact that people get in fist fights about people catching a ball and running with it. I mean, whether that's your, American football, European football, whatever. I mean, people get passionate about sports, and when you get sports, alcohol, and testosterone, look out. But now, when it comes to watching Eurovision here in America, it has been a journey. It has been a journey. Because nobody seems to be able to decide where the frig we're going to be able to watch Eurovision. Because one year it'll be here, and then next year, nope, we're going to put it over here. Nope, we're going to put it over here. We're going to put it over here. Nope, didn't work. We're going to put it back over here. And it's like, okay, you know what? You know, I mean, it's been on Logo, which was fine. We got Logo on our cable system, so that was great. And then it's like, well, Logo's not carrying anymore. Now it's going to be on Peacock. Okay. Well, we get Peacock, so that's not a problem. Well, no, it's going to be on YouTube, or it's going to be on its own channel, or blah 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 blah. Nope, it's going to be back on Peacock again. Oh, for crying out loud! Will somebody please make up their friggin' mind? I mean, I know. I'm not completely naive in spite of what all my therapists thought. Um, that it all comes down to ratings, and ratings equal money, and blah blah blah, all that stupid grown up stuff. But this is something people should enjoy. So I kind of think, I mean, nobody asked me because nobody ever asked me. Um, because I'm the one that comes up with things that makes people go, "What the hell is wrong with you?" But it would be kind of cool if they did like a Eurovision kind of like a not a pay-per-view thing or premium live event or whatever the frick the WWE calls it now. Premium live event. Doesn't that sound like the most pompous, condescending thing you've ever heard? I think it would be kind of cool if Eurovision or the Eurovision board, I don't know how to word it, I'm sorry. If they got together with somebody like Fathom Events and they had like the big final Eurovision thing so people could go to theaters and see it. I mean, that would be cool. That would be really, really neat. It would kind of suck for us because our local cinema got taken down and torn up and destroyed. And I'm not going to talk about that because I don't feel like ranting. But anywho, I just think that would be kind of a neat idea, just to have it at a big location with like big Dolby and stuff like that, and it would be a big screen, and it would be super cool. I think it would just be really, really neat. And I do realize that me doing a show about Eurovision, besides the fact that my fellow who is going to be editing this is probably sitting there face palming so hard he's probably got his handprint on his forehead by now, going, "I can't believe she said that." Um, is the fact that you're going to have a lot of people, probably from Europe, who hopefully will watch this. Karen, Terrence really wants you to watch over in Europe. He really does. Um, that you're going to have a lot of people in Europe being, "Oh, how dare you, you foul mouthed, loud mouthed Yankee woman! You have no right to talk about our beloved Eurovision, blah blah blah, stupid American." I hope nobody feels that way because I really do like Eurovision. I like watching all of the acts. I love watching the fans. I love watching the enthusiasm that people, have for their countries, for the music from their countries. And I've seen it's really weird to think that I've seen Eurovision with crowds and crowds of people, and I've seen Eurovision with just people that were performing in front of their camera because, pandemic, which was a really amazing thing to watch because it was like the world handed everybody a universal kick in the crotch, and Eurovision said, "No, we're not just going to lie down and hide in our rooms. We're going to go out there and we're still going to rock. We're going to do it in front of a video camera and have people see our individual stuff. And so we're not going to be able to do it in front of a million people. So what? We're still going to go out there and we're going to do what we do." And for that, I really, really have to give them so much credit because I really think that people being able to have that little slice of something that they did every year and still being able to do it, I think that probably meant a lot to a lot of people in Europe. I know it meant a lot to a lot of people here, that you had something that people could still be like, okay, so we're not going to be able to do things exactly the way we usually do, but we're still doing it. And it's something amazing like music. And that's, you know, super, super cool because it's music and music is awesome. Even if it's music that you don't get. Um, because I mean, I got to be honest, and and that's on me. I don't speak 75 different languages. I barely speak English. So when I hear a song that's in a language that I don't know very well, do I feel kind of dumb? I feel a little ashamed of myself. I mean, it's not like they taught us, how to speak Icelandic or anything like that at school. I barely got through Spanish. But when you can get that's the thing that I think is so cool. When you have a song in Eurovision that is completely in a language that you don't know, but you can you listening to the song, you seeing the singer, you hearing everything about it, you can still figure out what that song is about, even if you don't speak the language by just the tone, the body language, everything like that. You may not have it exact, but you probably have a pretty good idea. And I just think that's amazing. I think that's really a super cool thing. It just shows that no, we don't all speak the same language. No, we don't all do the same thing. But at the end of the day, we're all still people and it all worked out. I mean, that's what it is. It all worked out eventually. And I just think that that's super cool. I do think that sometimes politics get a little bit, unfortunately, politics sticks its nose into everything, world politics and stuff like that. And you have people, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I mean, if you're from a country that's having, I mean, look at all the stuff that's, happened in Ukraine and stuff like that. And I completely understand why things have been done that way with what is going on in Ukraine. And to Ukraine, love and peace. We hope that your country is going to heal from what is happening, and we hope it happens soon. Um, it's just you know, it happens. It's nice that it doesn't happen all the time when it comes to Eurovision. You'll have one or two things that you're like, okay, that was obviously a dig at something. But it's not all the time, and a lot of things that I mean, I've found a whole bunch of artists that I never would have heard of if I hadn't watched Eurovision. And I really think that that's super cool. Now, we've kind of tried, put a big old line under tried, to copy Eurovision, sort of, kind of, in this country with the Great American Song Contest, which was not a rousing success. We'll go with that. We'll try and be subtle. This is subtle for me. I don't usually do subtle. So we watched that too. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a lot of fun. And apparently the rest of the country didn't agree with it. Um, I don't know what that says. I think it's kind of sad because I kind of feel like the rest of the country seems to be perfectly happy with watching shows like American Idol where people get torn apart and people get made to cry and stuff like that. And I don't watch stuff like that because I'm all about trying to be like, let's try and be positive and build people up, not tear people down. That's just my own take on things. Um, the Great American Song Contest didn't have that whole thing happening with it. Maybe that's why people didn't watch it because they wanted to see people get, told they suck. I don't know. If that's the way some people feel, fine. It's kind of sad, to be honest. But I think, and if you're anybody, if you're a person out there and you've never given Eurovision a chance, you've just been kind of like, I don't know, I don't think I want to, give it a try. If you don't like it, you don't like it. You never have to watch it again. You chalk it up to a failed experiment and go on to the next thing. But you might wind up finding something really special. And there's been some amazing artists that have not just won Eurovision, like ABBA. I mean, ABBA won Eurovision, and they're like one of the biggest names in music and have been forever. By the way, if you have not seen Mamma Mia or Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again, why not? Those are super awesome movies, and I totally love them. Um, like I said, just give it a try. You got nothing to lose but a little bit of time. You might wind up finding a band or a singer that you really dig. Um, and just give it a shot. You know, that's how I feel. It's music. At the end of it all, it's music, and music is important. Music conveys so much. You can say so much with a song. You can say, you can preach love, you can preach anger, you can preach whatever you want to say. And it can be something really super intimate. You can write a song that that you wrote that song just for one person that you love, or you could write a song that's meant for the whole universe to hear because trust me, the stuff that we do here, it goes out there and sooner or later someone out there is going to hear it because I like to think we're not alone in the galaxy. I know some people are going, "Oh crap, we're getting into some UFO crap." No, we're not. I'm just I like to think we're not alone. And, like Carpenter saying, calling occupants of interplanetary craft, I like to think that they're nice too. But like I said, I mean, if you've seen Eurovision, please drop me a line, let me know. Like and subscribe for this video if you liked it. Um, platinumroselle@yahoo.com if you want to send me your opinions on Eurovision. And if you've seen it before, were there any acts that you love? Were there any acts that you were like, oh my gosh, I really liked this act and I want to go find out more about them? Um, that would be great. Definitely, and please check out the other videos that are on this channel, and have a great time with those too. Um, this week on TC's Daily Obscuria, he's doing all Eurovision songs, which is very cool. Um, so definitely check all of those out. And I think that's going to do it for this week. I do have another Eurovision idea coming for next week. It's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be called Dear Eurovision, What the Hell? It's it's basically just me looking at some Eurovision acts that I thought were pretty different. Let's go with different. We'll go with unique. They stuck out in my mind for one reason or another. And that is going to do it for this week here on Kim Takes On. So for Terrence the Wonder Duck, I'm Kim. I'll see you next week. Have a great week and keep the music going.